It's that time for the Long Beach Calendar Report with Double M, Mayor Minch. Mayor, what's cooking in Long Beach?
Well, there's a lot of stuff cooking in Long Beach, especially this week. There's a lot of important meetings coming up, especially on November 16th at 8 p.m. at the Library Board of Trustees meeting. All are welcome. The Zoning Board meets November 17th at 7 p.m. at City Hall. The Board of Ed has an important meeting on November 22nd at Long Beach Middle School at 7:30 p.m. So be there for the kids. Want to have a jumbo event Sunday? Well, come on down to the Catholic School for an annual holiday boutique. Also turkey trot at the rack. Every Monday night at 11 p.m. at Long Beach Senior Center is Fit and Fab. I'm Mayor Minch. Back to Howie.
Great job, Mayor Minch. All right, good job. And now let's get back to Gloria. And Gloria, listening to Paul tonight and putting the focus on the hungry, and knowing what you do at your church, what kind of impact has this show had on you, knowing all the great work that's done here in Long Beach, but all over Long Island?
Well, it's just it just makes me want to get into it more. I mean, I don't think I can give any more time than I do right now, but I just wish that other people would be so inspired after hearing him talk about it. And on a community level, when you think of these people walking into our outreach programs who have no jobs, who can't pay their rent, they can't pay their utility bills, and it's sad, it's very sad. Some of them need medications that they can't afford, and hearing him talk of what they do is wonderful. I mean, we just have it. It may seem on a small scale, but it's really not. I mean, 600 families in a community of our size is a lot of families. And I just hope that we can continue to do what we do. We do have a lot of volunteers. We can always use more help, more donations, more food, and of course, more money.
That's great. Paul, we mentioned before the show, and I don't want to, let the show go by without mentioning that November is a big month. Thanksgiving is coming up, and Long Island Cares has a couple of really, really big events coming up. Let's talk about some of the big events coming up in the next few weeks.
Well, thank you, Howie. Are we free to mention other radio stations?
Absolutely! Because they do great work too, absolutely.
There you go. Well, actually, this Thursday, November 17th, from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., Long Island Cares and Walk Radio, 92.7, 97.5. Walk Radio will be at the King Cullen on Vets Highway in Comac for the annual Thanks for Giving food drive. We certainly welcome the public to come by and make a donation of food or cash. Our goal is to raise £5,000 during the time that the broadcast begins at 5 and then of course ends. This Saturday in, I believe, Centereach at the Walmart in Centereach, Party 105, La Fiesta Radio, RCN, and My Country 96.1 will be hosting their first annual food drive. All four radio stations competing against one another to raise the most amount of food for Long Island Cares and the Harry Chapin Food Bank. So that's going to be very exciting for us. The other thing that's coming up is on Friday, December 2nd. Long Island Cares will be at the NYCB Theater in Westbury to welcome Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, who will be showing in concert, whatever Caesar does, in terms of bringing people together with their dogs. And they're going to be promoting our pet pantry there. As I said earlier, Long Island Cares established the first pet pantry in the Northeast, and we're looking forward to having people join us at the NYCB Theater. And then on December 7th at the Huntington Cinema Arts Center, a very special auction of Harry Chapin memorabilia. These are items, jewelry, lyric sheets, stage clothes that Harry had worn, and those are being auctioned off to benefit the Long Island Cares Endowment Fund. And that's just some of the activities coming up. And again, if you want to know more about what's going on at Long Island Cares and how you can help, you can call us at 631-582-FOOD or log on to our website, which is licares.org, or visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/licares.
That's great. And Gloria, let's give out your number again so people contribute for the food drive, the outreach program, and the Toys for Tots, which is coming up.
Yes, my number is 516-375-5482. And if there's any particular instance where you can't make your trip to the church, any of the churches, it's a tri-parish event, the food and the toy drive that we have. So if you can't make it, just feel free to call me and I'll come right over and pick it up.
And we also want to mention my good friend Alan at Laurel Cleaners, who was the Merchant of the Month last month at Long Beach Chamber of Commerce. If you have a coat, an old coat, and you want to donate it, bring it to Laurel Cleaners right on Laurelton Boulevard. They'll clean it, and and those coats will go to the needy. And Gloria, let's talk about that, because you're familiar with that. That's a great program as well. Another great program here in Long Beach, the Coat Drive, which is sponsored by Laurel Cleaners and the Lions Club of Long Beach.
Yeah, I'm also a Lion, and along with Alan Schwartz, and I've advertised it in the Herald, the Coat Drive. And last year, Alan pulled in 1,000 coats that he cleaned and distributed to St. Mary's, the St. Ignatius, the Soup Kitchen, Sacred Heart, and 2 other parishes in the towns adjoining Long Beach. So the drive started again last week, and it will go on until March. So if you have any coats, drop them off, and he'll gladly clean them. And then I'll make a trip to him and pick them up and bring them to St. Mary's, or he has people who will deliver them to other parishes. But it's a great cause, and you should really try to get over there and drop off a coat or 2.
I remember a great story last year. I was at a diner in Long Beach, and you talked to people about the show and what we're trying to do in the community. And this fellow comes up to me, he was talking to me, and he said that, yeah, I heard Alan last week, and he said, I donated a coat about a month ago, and I was at the one of the soup kitchens in Long Beach, and I saw someone wearing my coat. So you hear a story like that, but there's another great thing that Paul was talking about, the Burlington coats. Let's talk about that a little bit with a few minutes left, because that's another great story that we should talk about.
Well, Long Island Cares partners with the Burlington Coat Factory every year at this time, November through January, to present the Warm Heart, Warm Coat program. So if you go to the Burlington Coat Factory, any Burlington Coat Factory here on Long Island, and donate a gently used coat, Burlington Coat Factory will give you a $10 coupon toward the purchase of a new coat, and then all of those coats are then donated to Long Island Cares for distribution to our agencies. Last year we received between 13,000 and 14,000 coats, and this year we hope to do more. And it's an opportunity for people to take gently used garments and recycle them and go to help your neighbors who are in need. So go down to the Burlington Coat Factory, your local Burlington Coat Factory, donate your coat, and help people living on Long Island.
That's great. That's great. And I hope that everyone who's listening, and folks, you don't want to miss this show on YouTube. If you tuned in late, just go to Halftime Howie welcomes in Long Island Cares. Or just Long Island Cares on the Halftime Howie Show. Let's make it simple. Long Island Cares on the Halftime Howie Show on YouTube. So many important topics were talked about on the show tonight about hunger, and we hope that this hour inspires many to volunteer, make a difference, donate food, coats, toys, Long Beach, and all over Long Island. Paul, thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure. It was totally my pleasure to be with you this evening, and Gloria, it's a pleasure to see you. And hopefully the good people of Long Beach will listen to what Howie's been saying all for the last hour, and come on out and donate and help us out.
Gloria, thank you so much, and good luck with the food drive and the toy drive.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to advertise this, and I was happy to meet Paul, the executive director from Long Island Cares. That was my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, again, Long Island Cares on the Halftime Howie Show on YouTube. Thanks to Mayor Minch. Thanks to Pectic, and Schaefer. Next Tuesday night, we're coming to you from the 5-Star Salon in Long Beach with Wendy, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And right now, unfortunately, we're out of time. Thanks to Tom Ross of the shop. And let me wrap with this. My name is Halftime.